Hey guys, welcome back to Mummy Cooks Homemade, and this is what we eat in a week. Let's get started. What do we have? Chicken burgers. Chicken burgers. So you can tell they're Steve's because it's got all the rabbit food in, and these were the cheese cobs that we got. This is cheese tech pie. We have done a video on this. It's lush. Just had it with the usual sausage and beans. It's so creamy and cheesy. This is my rabbit food. No, this is Steve's plate actually. Rabbit food again with some prawns, a bit of corned beef, a bit of everything. Some baby potatoes. Ooh, homemade fish and chips. Had to use beans. I know, it's just wrong. This is this week's video. I made a beef and vegetable pie. It turned out so good as well. So yeah, pleased with that. In fact, I ate most of that. We just had it with tender stem and some air fryer potatoes. Looks yum, don't it? It was just a sandwich this night. I think it was late. I can't remember what it was this day anyway. But there's Steve lining up his chicken pieces in his cob. So this is just Sunday prep. So all we had yesterday was like roast beef, vegetables, the usual really. Some chantilly carrots. That small bag there was enough for all 6 of us. Whilst I was recording and doing this, I was having a chat on Instagram with one of the subscribers. I had my phone blaring out Guns N' Roses. Chatting to a lovely lady in Ireland, Mrs. Corrigan. So yeah, I had a bit of company for a change while I was doing my prep. So if you're not aware, I do have Instagram, I do have Threads. I don't use Facebook or TikTok. But if you ever want to hit me up on Instagram, it is in the description box below. You are most welcome to do that. So now we have my sprout-sized cabbage. Look at this, isn't that pathetic? It's so sad. It's so sad. Oh dear. Gone are the days of those giant white cabbages, eh? Parsnips at the minute, they're not much good either, I don't think personally. And if you do get a good bag, they don't stay good for very long, unfortunately. But you don't have to waste them, guys. You can like use them in soups and stuff like that. If they're not good enough for like roasting and eating as they are, just chuck them in a soup, blend them up. As long as they're not rotten, obviously. Use a bit of common sense. These potatoes here that Steve got from the co-op, and they were rubbish. Literally, it must have been about 7 minutes on a simmer boil, and they was falling to bits. I had to wait for them to go cold before I could put my coating on, because I was scared they was going to break to bits. It was ridiculous. There's quite a few taters I found at the minute that are doing that, just breaking apart. So enough of the tater moan. I'm going on to my Yorkshire puddings. Again, I have got a video and a recipe for my Yorkshire puddings. If you would like that, please just let me know down in the comments. And I've tried that Ghirardelli brownies, you know, from the haul that I did. That is some of the best brownies I've ever had. Gotta say, worth all the hype. And I see why they're expensive. They are definitely better than anything I've tried over here in the UK. There's a deep chocolatey taste to them. If any of you guys here in the UK, any of you Brits, can get hold of those, then I do recommend them. They are really, really nice. So my Yorkshire puddings, I use the same, and I weigh it as well. I don't just chuck it in. I use the same recipe every single time, and they never fail. I had to open the door twice on the oven, and they still didn't fail. I thought they was going to flop, but it were fine. And as you could see when I started putting the butter in, it's sizzling. Please make sure your pan's been in the oven for between 5 and 10 minutes. Using up all my batter, and then get them straight back in the oven. I cook mine in the middle of the oven, gas mark about 6, for about 25 minutes. As you can see, they turn out fine every single time, puffed up, lovely jubbly. Got a top side joint of beef that nearly rammed down your throats by the look of it. You can see the potatoes at the bottom of the screen, look. I couldn't touch them. I was scared they was going to fall to bits, so I had to wait for them to get cold. I have no idea. I had, excuse the terminology, but I had a brain fart chopping that onion. I couldn't decide how to cut it. I couldn't decide how to cut it, like how I was meant to cut it. Really, my brain went blank, and I had what's termed as a brain fart. As you could see by the start of that, with the way I was cutting it, I don't know what happened there. I sort of spaced. Anyway, I've finally got the half an onion done, chucked it in with the piece of beef. This was a nice tender piece of beef. But it's deceptive because you look at it and it looks nice and lean, doesn't it? There's no fat running through it. Yet when it was cooked, it had a thick piece running right through the centre of it, which was annoying. But cut that out before we cut it up. So yeah, you can see, look at the state of them. Trying to be really gentle. Most of you all know how I usually do it. I just usually flung them about in the bowl. But I was too scared to. And I did not cook them for very long at all. So that was really, really annoying. That's the second week now of doing that. And I set the alarm on the cooker as well to make sure it didn't happen again. But yeah. I do have a video on the coating for anybody that's new. Again, just ask in the comments section and I'll provide the link for you. If you do ever slightly overboil brain fart again. If you do ever slightly overboil your potatoes, allow them to go cold. That's the best way to handle them. Then they firm up a little bit. And that's it. That is my roast dinner with all the vegetables. Well, not all of them because I don't eat some of the ones that the rest do. But there's the beef there, all sliced up. Lovely jubbly. Stuffing. Didn't show you that, did I? And it was a bought New York cheesecake today. Well, yesterday. I didn't get time. So yeah. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Hit me up in the comments section and over on Instagram. And thank you to all the members, all the new subscribers. Members link also in the description. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.